Please welcome from the class of 2014, Richard Williams.
Thank you, Effie. So, good morning, guys. I'd first like to take this moment to thank Father Frank and Mr. Jeremy Ruther for inviting me to address you all today. I'm so excited to be back here in the proverbial bird's nest, being Blue Jays, haha. And I'm sure you're all taking everything in, right? It's a new school, new faces, it's a new adventure. And it's an adventure that's going to last, most of you, the next 5, and I understand some of you the next 4 years of your lives. And I believe, at least based on a few movies that I've seen, that every adventure starts with the advice of someone wise. Someone who's already accomplished great things and who can therefore teach us, or at least give us a few pointers on how to do the same. So in this case, I thought I would actually use a character from a Disney Marvel movie that absolutely smashed box office records last year. I don't know if you saw it at all, but it was Marvel's The Black Panther. It is so good. Go see it while you still can, before you have to study or something. But at some point, the main character, T'Challa, King of Wakanda, Vibranium dude, and who is the Black Panther, said to a group of world leaders, "More connects us than separates us. But in times of crisis, the wise build bridges while the foolish build barriers. We must find a way to look after one another as if we were one single tribe." And so taking T'Challa's little advice here, we can ask ourselves, what will be your advice over the next 4 to 5 years? Well, it will be to build bridges within your tribe. And then the question becomes, well, who is your tribe? Well, in a broader way, it certainly includes, the entire Jesuit community. It includes the general student body, the faculty and staff. But in a more intimate, immediate way, it includes the men sitting right here in this chapel, who are the men of the classes of 2023 and 2024. And it's going to be your job over the next few years to look after one another as if you were one single tribe. So concretely, how would you do this? Because that sounds nice on paper. Well, you can certainly take the first step of just, simply reaching out to your fellow classmates, right? It's kind of hard to look at after a tribe if you don't know who your tribe is. So, for instance, I know you're all coming from different backgrounds, right? Different schools. Some of you might be coming from Stewart Hall, some from St. Clement of Rome, which, by the way, shout out to my St. Clement of Rome guys out there, represent. And a few of you might be coming from some school called Christian Brothers. Don't know if you've heard of it. But all your social groups are going to vary depending on where you're coming from, right? You might be coming with a lot of friends. You might be coming in with only a few friends. You might be starting fresh, which is okay. So I had advice for both categories of people, okay? If you are coming in with a lot of friends, that's a gift. That's truly a gift because it's a nerve-wracking process to come in with, all these new faces and not knowing who's around you. So if you do have a lot of friends, remember what Jesus said in Luke 12:48. To whom much is given, much is expected. Use those friend groups that you already have to help welcome everyone else in and help them feel at home within the community. Now, if you're one of those people coming in with only a few friends, or you're starting fresh, that's fantastic too. I also have advice for you from the Lord Jesus, who in Mark chapter 5, verse 36 said, "Don't be afraid, just have faith." Have faith that if you are willing to reach out to other people, you will meet some of your closest friends here and who will be friends with you for the rest of your life. Another piece of advice I would have is please reach out to your faculty, okay? Feel free to talk to them, interact with them. I promise you they're human beings, fascinating human beings. I think they'll agree with me, okay? And of course they're going to be willing to help you with your studies inside and outside of the classroom. But they're also just willing to share with you their life experience, okay? Life advice, all the cool and amazing things that they've learned from their respective areas of expertise. From Mr. Travis Smith in the English department, for instance, that I learned what a Dartmouth even was. It was thanks to people like Mr. G and Mr. Kaluta, who shout out to my band guys too. but thanks to them that I learned the music skills necessary to audition successfully for the Dartmouth College One Ensemble, and then to perform internationally in countries like Costa Rica. And it was thanks to the brilliant Spanish faculty here, like Senor Frederick, Senora Palacio, Senora Rivera, Senor Ortega, who guided me and gave me the skills I needed to learn the Spanish-speaking skills that I needed to achieve my dream of studying in Madrid, Spain. And something that I learned from these amazing faculty, or at least something that I've learned from dealing with them, was what another Marvel character came to realize in Thor Ragnarok. I'm talking about Thor, Lord of Thunder, strongest Avenger. And he realized that Asgard's not a place, it's a people. In a similar way, Jesuit is not just the brick and mortar building here at Carrollton and Banks. It's the people who study and work and teach here. And I can tell you that it was the people, the students, the faculty, and the staff, who formed the most meaningful aspect of my experience here at Jesuit. And so I hope that you'll be able to say the same at the end of your experience. And finally, I would just encourage you all to strive for those Jesuit ideals that you saw on the banners up here, which is open to growth, like I said, intellectually competent, religious, loving, and committed to doing justice. And I believe that this profile of a graduate at the time of graduation, or grad at grad as we more commonly knew it as, are beautifully summed up in two sayings of St. Ignatius Loyola that you heard about from Father Saunders. And he said, I'm going to repeat it in Spanish since he was a Spanish after all, alcanza la excelencia y compártela, or achieve excellence and share it, and en todo amar y servir, and everything love and serve. Now, obviously, one of your chief goals here is going to be academic excellence. That's obvious. That's your main focus for the next 4 to 5 years. But I also agree with one more Marvel character, King T'Chaka, who was the father of the Black Panther, who told his son this: you're going to struggle, so you'll need to surround yourself with people you trust. So remembering that this is not any kind of academic competition, okay? You already won, by the way. You made it here. Not a lot of people can say that, all right? Remembering that this is not a competition, strive to have the compassion necessary to share your gifts, academic and extracurricular, with one another. So with all of that, I would just say, gentlemen, good luck to you all. Remember that your goal now is to advance the Blue Jay tribe and help it to achieve its goals. Remember that in everything, accomplish excellence and share it. In everything, love and serve. And I can assure you that if you do that, you will go a long way in your mission as a Jesuit Blue Jay, and you will constantly advance in your task of doing everything for the greater glory of God. Ad Mariam Dei Gloriam. So good luck to you all. I'm so excited for all of you, and I can't wait to see what your tribe accomplishes. Go Blue Jays.